Oh, we're back. We're back.
Are we actually back?
We are back. We're actually doing it.
Okay.
Welcome to the Monday meeting.
Yeah, this is the second take. That's why.
Second take.
It's the second take.
I'm going to have to cut all of this out now.
Why?
Fix it in post.
Right.
Welcome
Fix
to
it in post. The iMovie edit that you do afterwards. Yeah,
I'm a pro. I'm
Fix
a
it
pro
in
at
post.
editing. Welcome to the Monday meeting. You may notice a slight difference today.
Yes, we have.
Abby's wearing glasses.
I am wearing glasses. What can I say? I'm feeling slightly blind. Well, that joke was horrendous.
It was a great joke.
It was so poorly executed as well.
Lives here.
Lives here.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who do not know who Liv is our new intern. Who is joining us for the next couple of months, a couple of days a week, to help us out doing all sorts of marketing and events and essentially anything that we need help on.
Were you about to say anything we don't?
I was trying to phrase it right. I really thought about that.
Really?
No, I didn't say that intentionally. I was like, choose your words carefully. But yeah, so welcome to Liv. We're going to clap her in.
Oh wow, that's really cringe. Really cringe.
Thank you. Just in that kind of mood.
What are we going to do? How are we introducing Liv?
I think what we're going to do is Liv's going to talk to no, she's not going to go into full detail. Oh yeah. So in the interview that we had with Liv, we made her describe her entire life in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I forgot about
Was it
that.
3? I thought it was 1.
Oh, it might be. No, I think it was
No, I
3.
think
It was
you
definitely
did
3.
I watched
One
it,
is
yeah,
ambitious.
three.
One is ambitious. We won't make you do that now because I feel like maybe that's changes the
Stop.
dynamic of this a little
Also,
bit
we've
towards
got
an interview.
half an hour.
Yeah, and an hour to cut in the same amount of time. But Liv, if you'd like to introduce yourself, say what it is you do outside of Yena, and yeah, what kind of stuff you're going to be working on when you're with us.
Yeah. So I am currently at Bristol University and I'm doing integrated masters here. And with Yena, I will, like Abby said, be working on kind of marketing and event things.
I'm just going to let you start the
Sorry, we're on the contest. I don't know why Ash has got up. I'm really not sure what he's done.
Because Liv's outside shop.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
But he got an electric shock because he went to
Massive shot.
Stop touching it.
We're back. We're back in the room. We're back.
God, what a start. Okay, we're back.
Hot start.
Okay, so let Liv.
Yeah.
Please
continue.
So with Yena, as Abby said, marketing and events, and then odd bits as well.
Yeah, odd bits.
And I will be doing bits around blog
Mm-hmm.
and having my own blog
Yeah.
section.
Yeah, what's your blog section
What's
called, please?
My blog is called Live for the Week. Because
Yes!
my name is Liv.
So good.
Honestly, we've realised the versatility of that name. In fact, I'm actually going to make it a requirement now that anyone we employ has to have a name
A punny
with
name.
a pun.
Funny name.
That is
It's
very
a requirement.
much discriminatory.
I know, but it's not really a known form of discrimination. Like it's a grey area.
Name-based discrimination. Prove it.
Pun though, puns. Worth it for the puns. It is.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're really excited to have you, Liv. It's been great. Liv on her first hour in the office took the best photos of me and Ash that have been taken in the 3.5 years we've been working together.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, especially don't take a good photo together. I think that's probably worth clarifying.
Yeah.
And now we've used them. We've got them on
In
the
our
pitch
pitch
deck and everything. So that's really cool. So we're
Yeah.
automatically
Thank
grateful
you.
for your presence.
First day,
You already
pure
saved
value.
us time, and it was great. So yeah, so we're excited to have you here. So Liv's first kind of proper week in the office was last week, and we're really kind of just doing induction. We were kind of properly still trying to get you up to speed with everything.
Yeah.
Did a bit of a marketing brainstorm session, which was fun, and yeah, just kind of we're exploring different bits and pieces that you're going to be working on when you're with us. So yeah, you'll see Liv's blog at some point soon. It will start up at some point. We don't have a definitive. This is when it's first going to come out, but we'll let you know when we do, so you can start reading it. But she's going to be doing interviews with different members as well. So Liv has an interest in sustainable fashion. One of the projects she's doing at university is in sustainable fashion. So we're specifically for her to kind of get the most out of it. We're going to be connecting her up with some of you guys that are working either sustainability or in fashion or anything that kind of fits that brief. Amongst kind of our other members as well. And yeah, she'll be doing some interviews with you, and it'll be really cool. So awesome!
Yeah,
Yay. Nice. But yeah, so that's a bit of an introduction done. What topical things happened last
Is it topical?
No, actually no. Can we do what happened in our lives last week first?
You got stuck in Wales.
Because I got stuck in Wales yesterday. I've not had, to be honest, it's not been the easiest start to a Monday morning I've ever had in my entire life. But yesterday in particular was a difficult day.
You get flooded in.
So we didn't get flooded in particular, but essentially there are about 4 roads in Wales, which maybe is a bit, but like roads in
Wow. Somebody's never been to Wales.
I was in Hay-on-Wye, and there are 4 main roads you can kind of use, the A roads you can use to get out of Wales from Hay-on-Wye. We tried, so we went, like the way that we originally went into Wales, tried to go out first, that was completely flooded. If you've seen anything on the news about, I think it's
like
it's near Abergavenny, it's near Abergavenny, it's like the whole town is underwater. We drove up to that and then we're like, we're not going to get through there, turn back round.
Did you actually see it?
So you got
yeah. So we didn't get stuck in water at all, but we did it took us 4 routes to finally get out. So we were driving for 2 hours. We left at 10:30. We drove for 2 hours trying to get out, and ended up back in Hay-on-Wye where we started, which is where we'd spent our weekend. And then sat there, had lunch, and like, well, now we'll try again. And ended up going out really west, so we had to go via like Brecon and Merthyr and down towards Cardiff. So I had a nightmare of a day yesterday. But I had a really nice weekend. It was tiring because I was trying to navigate.
What did you do? What was the main thing?
Yeah, was it rubbish weather as well?
Yes, it was. We had Dennis there the entire time. Storm Dennis, not just a random
Abby's friend Dennis. Yeah. Oh god,
my
it's terrible. Dennis was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we didn't. Yeah, so we kind of just hang around. So I was there with my 2 old flatmates, so it was really nice to spend the weekend with them because we hadn't been together for quite a few months.
Yeah.
So we just watched films. We watched Rocket Man. I'm an absolute Elton John.
I saw that on your Instagram. It's like as if you can't get enough of Elton John already. You're watching Rocket Man.
They haven't seen it, so I did. It got to introduce them. I'm
You've seen it how many times? How many times have you seen it?
The film I probably can still count on like 2 hands in terms of amount of time I've seen it, but the songs I'm absolutely obsessed with. I love them both in different ways. The Bohemian Rhapsody as a film I think might be a bit better, but I prefer Elton John's music to Queen's.
See, I'm a Queen.
All I've done is listen to. I've listened to both when I was younger, but all I've done is listen to Elton John for the past, as Ash will testify, for the past 6 months.
It's a ridiculous amount of time.
I have a problem.
It's like Elton John or K-pop.
Yeah, and in fairness, the K-pop stuff's just going to come back because BTS, my favourite band, are releasing a new album on Friday, so it's just going to switch, and then they'll go back to Elton John. It's just that is how my life goes. But,
nice. Elton John and Storms. That's your weekend. What was yours?
My weekend was lovely. I had a couple of events, and then it was nice. Saw my grandparents.
Cute.
What about you, Ash? I saw you on Instagram trying to pick up a box with.
Why is this being brought up? I picked up a cardboard box from the mouth.
Yeah, you did have to take your belt off to do it. It made me feel very uncomfortable because I didn't know what was going on at the start of the
No one knew
video.
what was going on, but it's
he's stripping and it's on his Instagram.
Honestly, if I was to strip, it wouldn't be. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that.
But it's a hard game.
It is a hard game.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Never trying back. Have you ever done it?
Yeah, I have. I can't do it. I'm just not flexible enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've just got feelings about the fact that you're probably the least flexible person in the world.
I can't touch.
I think there's a technique.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
so one of my friends messaged me afterwards. So for those who don't know what cardboard box game is, it's so stupid. You pick up a cardboard box with your mouth, but you put it on the floor and then you pick it up with your mouth and then you tear off a bit, and then it gets to a point where it's literally just flat on the floor, and then only someone who's my 8-year-old cousin can pick
suck
it
it
up.
up with their mouth.
It's
big gross. He got a couple of dogs as well.
Very
unhygienic. It's really unhygienic, but Bear Grylls is fine, so it should be okay. But so I was like 2nd or 3rd out of 14 people.
Nice.
Still got it.
Still got it.
My hands hurt.
What is that that you got?
The groin is screwed right now.
You got entire inner thighs. Just like had a workout yesterday.
Yeah. For once. So, we've got to get back into it.
Instead of going to the gym, you're now playing the cardboard box challenge.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much. Just do that constantly at home. It's a form of yoga.
It is very good.
It is.
It's good. That was it. Ate a lot of food. Classic. It was my cousin's birthday, so I had a lot of beach food. Classic party, and then just chilled on Sunday. Did nothing basically.
Nice.
which is
Sometimes
nice.
you
Just
need
need
a
to
nice
do
sleep
that.
sometimes.
Yeah, I'll sleep.
Just
I'll
need
sleep a lot.
Nice, that's good.
So yeah.
Sleep.
That was it. But then, but yeah, last week I think it was probably just because last week was so busy.
It was a bit
So
round.
much going on.
Before we go into like the what was happening for us last week, what do you remember? You definitely did save yourself something this week for the topical things.
Yeah, I got a couple of topical things.
Yeah,
There's lots going down on Twitter.
There's lots going down.
The timer's just gone off, but
I can still see it. I can still see it. I was wiping my glasses.
So yeah, Twitter's been pretty hot over the last week. There's a couple of things. So it's completely gone off now, so I have to go and tap it.
No, it's fine. I was going to look at my
20
watch. Yeah, we've got less than 20 minutes.
Right, well,
So speed.
that defeats the whole point.
Yeah.
But okay,
But
so
we can't stop now.
there was a huge buzz over the last week on Twitter about people coming out publicly with their salaries and their comp. It was mostly like a San Fran thing, but people were talking about how much they get paid and then what kind of equity share they have in companies, and all it made me realise is, wow, people in the UK are underpaid versus the more realistic way to describe it is people in San Francisco are massively overpaid, but they have to be because the price of property is ridiculous. There's a website called NerdWallet, and I think it can help you figure out how much you need to earn to live in a certain city. And honestly, it's something like to live comfortably in San Fran, you need at least $161,000 a year, or something like that, because rents are ridiculous. But people are coming out and just being like, yeah, so my salary is currently $490K and I get 10% bonus, and I'm like,
cool. That 10% bonus would be my salary.
That 10% bonus would be double my salary.
Because it's in dollars, so.
It's in dollars, so it's still would be. It was just crazy, but I think obviously the important thing is that people are trying to like level stuff, but then it ended up being kind of accidentally a humble brag from some people. Which brings me on to my favourite bit about Twitter last week, which was discovering two accounts, but one of which is my most favourite, which is VCs congratulating themselves.
Oh yeah, this is great.
So basically,
is the handle for it on Twitter?
It's VC Brags.
VC Brags. Go check
and basically, they just do like clap emojis when they quote tweet VCs who are like, so excited to be part of the first round at this company that have now like gone public for like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so lucky that I had the first meeting with them, and you're like, it's obviously just a humble brag, but they're just retweeting that, and it's hilarious. Yeah. And some people hate it, like some people block them, and I'm just like, you're kind of just fulfilling the stereotype, but some people respond to it. If that was me and I did that and I got quote tweeted by it, I would just be like, I feel like it's a rite of passage.
Yes.
I'd be kind of proud of it almost a little bit.
Of course you would.
In a more good way. So yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's awesome. And hilarious. So those are my two things that are kind of topical, not like super important, but fun.
And sometimes you need a bit of like hearted, topical things.
What's been going on?
So
you got your notes.
I do have notes.
So
we both prepare for this in different ways.
Yeah, I don't. You do.
I require notes. Yeah, that's very true. So my topical things was N26 shutting down.
Oh yeah, big news.
For those of you that don't know who N26 is, they're one of the challenger banks, kind of like Monzo or Starling
European
or Revolut.
First, right?
They're a European first challenger bank, and they shut down all their UK operations last week.
Citing Brexit.
But interesting considering that they got set up in the UK during Brexit.
Yeah.
So they came after the initial referendum was happening that we were going to leave. So very suspicious. I think
I think the most important thing is that there's lots of jobs that will happen.
Yes.
And that's what's up.
Yes, they have a big UK team actually.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's on a slightly more light-hearted note to do with it, there was some great marketing that came out from both, definitely from Monzo, that I saw. And I can't remember anything off the top of my head. I should have made a note of some actual specific things they said.
Yeah.
But there were just some great engagement from the social teams on Monzo and Starling post it.
I think it was like Tidal Revolut or somebody like that did an ad that was like it was like a paid ad, and it was just like a pure call to action, which was something like, if you want, it might have been Monzo, but it was like, if you want a Brexit proof digital bank account, sign up now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's just great.
It's just
You're
solid,
just going
isn't
to
it?
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, because everybody who has an N26 account has to move their money
Yeah.
because they won't be able to manage it anymore.
No,
so
definitely.
it's just, yeah, it's pretty genius.
It was great.
But yeah. Okay.
Other things. So this is more of a personal thing, but well, a personal thing in the business as well. So I use this to-do app called Wunderlist. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. It's essentially a to-do list.
Famous, yeah.
It's been around for about just over 10 years, I think it is now. It got bought out by Microsoft in 2016, and I got an email through literally at the end of last week saying that they're now shutting down the app. And it's officially being it's officially being Microsoft to do now. It's not being added to Teams. It's like they're just getting rid of Wunderlist, and the only thing you can use is Microsoft to do. And I was so
Take things
sad.
that are really cool off the market, make them really boring.
Yeah.
And then shut the whole thing down.
Like I use it for really weird stuff, so I don't use it for my like general work to dos, but for like life stuff. When I need to like pack to go on holiday, I'll throw all the stuff that I can think of that I need to take on holiday with me in a Wunderlist list. It's just how do
You know why that is?
Because
Because work will pay for moleskins, but you won't.
Wow, burn.
She'll visit. She'll pay for it right away.
But yeah, so that was quite sad.
Yeah.
Quite sad. And my only other thing to mention was the We Work podcast, which, as you know, you need to get on it. It's great. I've listened to it. They've done 4 episodes now, and I highly recommend anyone that knows who We Work is, or even if you don't, you're just interested in hearing about the most ridiculous story in the world that a business could possibly like.
What was one of the anecdotes you told? It was like the 8-minute meeting that got him $5 billion.
Oh yeah, that was mad when he got. Oh, and they who's the SoftBank guy? I always forget his name. Masayoshi-san. He like had a very quick. He toured him very quickly around a rework, and then Masa asked him to come in a car. And then in that car, because he was driving to his next meeting, literally drew up the term sheet for like a $4 billion, investment.
And here's us trying to raise our pre-seed round 300k. 14 meetings. And just like, okay, we've got Master's number. Just be great right now. I
would not want the SoftBank.
It's tainted money.
Oh my god, it's awful. No, I would not want it. I wouldn't want it.
There was like wag.com, that's like dead.
Just the whole thing.
I mean, $1 billion.
And I think just more, and just from the investor perspective, I just think that he doesn't fit the kind of archetype of someone that we'd want investing in Yena.
You say that, but there was an article. One thing I have liked, and I don't know whether this is like lip service or PR, but he's got this. Supposedly, he's got this like 100-year vision, which is like beyond him. Basically, he's trying to invest in things on the basis that the world will be a certain way in 100 years, and so he's taking what seem like really crazy bets right now because that's what he believes will happen, which sounds like something quite dystopian and realistic, could be really intelligent if 1 or 2 pay off. The reality is that actually timing is probably really important from an investment point of view. Maybe you need to invest in something that's going to be a thing in the next 5 to 20 years, excuse me.
Yeah.
But if you invest in something in 100 years, maybe you're just too early.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's great for him that he's got that much money that as SoftBank they can do that sort of investment.
But maybe even drip feeding it, like if it was £4 billion up front and you're going to spend.
It wasn't £4 billion up front. They didn't get most of it.
But you see what I mean? Like maybe you just like, if you want to fund every round, but it's like, okay, I'll give you 500 now, 500k now, and then like in a year I'll give you 2 million, then in a year I'll give you 10, and then just like a normal route, but it allows someone to stay within their means, whereas giving somebody access to a credit line most likely. I mean, Adam Newman bought a jet on the WeWork budget.
But yet he didn't allow anyone to eat meat in the office, or expense meat, or probably eat meat in the office because of the carbon footprint.
Which is fair as far as the morality goes, because like lives a vegan, and that's all.
No, it's not that. It's just the double standard and the double standard
of the carbon footprint. So I'm going to go in my private jet.
Yeah,
and like cool. Yeah, we're having celery in the private jet. All the fuel. And the weirdest fact is that they had that private jet, and then they made something like 400 people redundant at one point. But to make everybody who stayed happy, they brought out Pitbull to sing a song and gave everybody tequila shots. Yeah.
That sounds like
they were letting a ton of staff go, and then they paid Pitbull to come and do it.
Oh, that's a bit silly, isn't it? Nice.
I feel like if you'd not spent money on Pitbull, we could have paid a couple more salaries.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just crazy. Also, Pitbull.
Yeah, I know. I love
Pitbull
Pitbull.
and Ace.
Come on.
He is Mr.
And he
Worldwide
would
though,
crack out a couple of bangers, and I'd be like, everything's fine.
Yeah, but it's just that meme, isn't it? Where it's just like, someone creates a great song. I wonder how we can, and then Pitbull, I wonder how we can ruin this. It's ridiculous.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Right, okay.
Yeah, so we got to speed up because the time was off, but I'm
Yeah,
checking it on my watch, and I think we got about...
Liv, what about you? You seen anything topical this week? Anything,
Well, I mean, there's lots been going on, obviously, outside of business.
Yeah.
Dennis seems to be wrecking everything.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah, it's like gust of wind and the whole infrastructure died.
I mean, I don't think you can call it a slight gust of wind. Like,
It's pretty
people have
heavy.
died.
One of our members actually did a video, Ben Daly from BRD Roofing, did a video of his, I couldn't figure it out for the first few minutes, but his shed was uprooted. So all his stuff from his shed was still there, but his shed was there on the side of the shed. It's insane. He lives in Wales.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
That happened to my cousin's trampoline once. They came out and they were like, where's the trampoline gone? And they realised that it had been blown down the road.
Oh my
That's
days.
ridiculous. That's very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm happy that we can finally leave Dennis behind us because
You'd hope. It
I
was
really
raining
hope.
quite a lot.
Yeah, but that's not Dennis. That's just rain. Dennis is gone. Dennis is
Okay.
gone. It'll be next one.
What's the next one?
I
It's
don't-
going to be E, right? Eric.
No, it'll be a
Edna.
female name.
The Edna.
I don't
is
know.
that right?
Yes, they alternate.
How have you heard about this?
I am
Whether-
a geographer.
whether it's,
Listen.
Inside
Yes, that's the reason.
Inside
Okay, we
It's
need to-
hereditary.
Okay,
Right, so what's going on internally?
So work stuff
Right.
that happened last week, aside from this starting. We launched in Amsterdam last week. That was exciting. Shout out to Leo for that. That was great. And that's pretty much, that was like the main two between, because Liv starting obviously took up a lot of my time. And
True. I did a workshop.
Amsterdam. You did a workshop with Yui, yeah.
Went to the wrong location. That was
Classic, yeah. And then
fun. Did the board meeting with Offset.
Yeah.
Did we speak about that in the last week's
yes, we did,
video?
because we did it. We did last week's video on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we did on Tuesday. So that was and then Liv started.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I went to a party for a legal firm, which we spoke about that we were going to last week. That was fun because everybody thought we were gay crashing because everybody had suits on and we didn't.
Yeah.
You had pink corduroy
I did
trousers
have
on,
pink corduroy
which I was
trousers on.
obsessed with.
I was really
Not
excited
seeing them
by it.
today, luckily.
Yeah.
So that was it.
that's pretty
This week, what's going on this week?
This week.
How was your first week though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. I think I
Honest,
yeah,
honest.
no, this is honest.
Okay, good.
I got, I promise. I got to kind of get underneath the skin of Yena a bit more last week. Ash ran me through the pitch deck as well, which was insightful as well. Kind of was able to ask a few questions about that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we did
Yeah,
the
good
marketing strategy and
Yeah.
kind of did a bit of brainstorming around that.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, I came into the office and
Yeah, and we just got some random stuff.
got some
done.
random bits done. But
Yeah.
again, it's all kind of useful to understand Yena a bit more.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
then this week,
good.
what's
And this
happened is
week-
kind of about putting that stuff into action, I guess. So that
Yeah,
marketing meeting was really good, I thought. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
got like so many different ideas.
Yeah.
So for everybody obviously watching, they'll know we're doing basically no marketing
Yeah.
at the moment. For good reasons, we've been focusing on the fundraise and trying to plan that, but it means there's lots of opportunity for us to grow. We're going to try and figure out how we can build a mechanic to help everybody in the community create referrals, as well as all the campaigns in the world that we were chatting about.
Yeah, some content stuff. Yeah, there's some really good stuff that will come out of that hopefully. So
So exciting.
yeah, that's exciting. We're in London on Friday.
We are.
Lots
of meetings
Yeah, lots
already.
of meetings I think already booked
One or
in.
two more probably worth booking in.
Yeah, so that'll be good. And
Nice.
then the only other kind of like member relevant thing I thought of is that the tickets for the member retreat will go live this week.
Mhm.
Essentially, the things that's been putting it off is that I need to buy Ash and my ticket.
So expensive.
Yeah, I was just like cash flow.
Hey, but if we can justify it, then we can sell it to the community.
No, exactly. So
Obviously, worth saying again, as I've just said that word, we make no money from the retreat.
No.
We actually spend money because
Yeah.
we go on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just so everybody knows we're not.
But
profiting.
they're always super worthwhile. You know, there are people within our community that literally are members, so they come on the retreat with us.
Yeah.
So actually, if we think about the LCB of a member joining just for the retreat, we're kind of like
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. So yeah, obviously we hope that you use everything else, but that's still great. So so yeah, that will be going live this week.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got lots of calls in the diary today. Liv's back in on Wednesday afternoon and then Thursday. But that's pretty much
Nice.
it, I think.
got a couple of. How long have we got left?
I literally need to wrap up.
Okay, so yeah, I've got a couple of plus meetings and then investment stuff, I think. As always, it's kind of status quo now, but yeah, I think one thing that links into this week as well as last week is super topical is seeing lots of like similar kind of organisations popping up, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to not talk about them.
No.
Because that would be silly, but actually it just adds validation to what we're doing, I think. And it's like if they're popping up and they're 3 years behind, then we just need to formalise what we're doing and grow and fuel this thing. So that's the aim, having chats with more rich people, hopefully.
Yes.
Try and get
As
this
you
thing
do.
going. As you do.
So
It's
yeah,
weird,
so
but
it'll be good.
nice, cool.
Nice.
So
We're actually both in the office all this week.
Oh,
Which is
really?
the first time it's happened. No, as in like we're both working every day. Like that hasn't happened for a few weeks.
I work every day.
So it's shocking. Okay,
every
that
day.
hasn't happened for me for a few weeks. So just getting back into the swing of it this morning. So yeah, be good.
Nice, yeah.
Awesome. All
It's
right.
gonna be fun. Alright, well thanks for joining us for
Yeah,
the first kind of
thanks,
meeting
Liv.
there.
Yeah, Liv might come back on. We're not really sure how we're going to do it yet. Probably not every week, but it might be relevant to her to come and sit in on these some other points.
Maybe instead of one of us. At times,
Yeah, maybe
depending
instead of
if we're in
depending
or-
on availability and stuff. So yeah, so that'll be really good when that happens.
Sweet.
But for the rest of the time, just keep an eye out for her blog that is coming.
There should be an email newsletter this week coming out
There
as well,
is.
so keep an eye out for that
There
because there's new Toolbox stuff and a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah,
so
there is.
stay tuned and watch social because there's going to be smashing that too. So,
Yeah.
no pressure.
Nice.
But thanks for joining us again this week, guys. Any questions or comments?
Yeah.
Just put them below and we'll get to answer them as soon
And
as we
we'll
can.
see you all next week.
See you all next week. Bye.